YouTube friends. Bandana Gramma here, live in my kitchen once again because it is Monday. Usually 1 p.m. I put it off a little bit this week. It's closer to 1:15 p.m. But I hope you were able to find time to come and join me today for a little chit chat and cooking. I'm going to be making an Italian casserole. Not authentic, nothing super fancy, but we've eaten a lot of turkey lately, as I'm sure most of you have. And family have been coming by and making second plates for Thanksgiving dinners and having hot turkey sandwiches. And Brandy, hello Brandy, welcome. It looks to me like I'm lagging a little bit. So I'm hoping I'm on the right Wi-Fi because there's two in this house. But we'll see how it goes. If I conk out, I'm going to have to start a new one. All right, who was that I just saw? Duncan. Hi, Brenda. Glad to have you here. Thank you. One of my moderators, Patty. Hello. Patty made spaghetti. Yeah, we get kind of done with the turkey, don't we? I've got turkey in my crock pot over there with the carcass to be making broth and soup with that. Janet Kidder, hello. Glad to have you here. Frugal Homemaker, hello. Yay. Glad you could all join me. So we had a very nice Thanksgiving. I cooked for about a dozen people. I had a little bit of help. A couple of my daughters were here peeling potatoes and mashing them, and I made 6 pies myself. 2 cherry, 3 pumpkin, and 2 apple. And we still have 1 apple left. I did have a problem with the apple pie. Something spilled over in the oven, and before I realized it, the smoke inside that oven was so thick that by the time I got it cleared out and the pies finished cooking, the top crust tasted smoky. So that was sad because I had put so much time into those apples. But you know, if you take the top crust off, the rest was fine. So we ate it that way. We still got a whole pie left. I'm thinking about taking the crust off, making another, putting it on, and rebaking it and see how that turns out. But the pumpkins, which I put in by themselves afterward, were really good. So, you know, those things happen. Thankfully, the rest of the dinner was really good. I did a low and slow turkey this year. I used to do it all the time, and then I got out of the habit and started trying to cook it other ways, and I went back to low and slow. It was so good. I had made a pocket between the skin and the meat all the way back over the breast, and I took butter and my favorite Bell's seasoning, mixed it together and rubbed it all inside there, and then I coated the whole outside with it, and I put some in the cavity with some carrots and onions and celery, and I slow baked it all night long for like 12 hours, and it was luscious. It was really good. You don't always get a beautiful turkey that way, one where you can hold it up and say, look at my lovely turkey, because it really cooks loose and limp. But it was so tasty. It beat all the dry turkeys that look pretty. So if you can do both, good for you. But and I also used a one of those oven top roaster ovens. A neighbor gave it away a few years ago, and I tried that, and it worked great, and it freed up my oven. So I love that. All right, let me see who else here. Anybody else came in? Terry Vient, hello. Terry joined us. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I didn't, just say hello again and maybe I'll catch you later. It's not easy for me to see the screen when I'm live streaming. I got a little 7.5-inch iPad I'm looking at, and the print comes up really slow on the sides and really small. And my eyes aren't what they used to be. There's Nancy Kaiser Miller from Ohio, Amish country. Yay! I go to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Amish country several times a year. We love visiting up there. Empty Nester Homestead, hello, welcome. All right, I'm going to start my meal. I'm just throwing it together. It's not fancy. It's my in my head recipe. You know, it changes every time, but you're welcome to watch. All right, over here, I show some of my ingredients. Let me tighten this up so you're not looking at my feet this time. All right, I have Italian sausage and some ground turkey. Of course, you can use ground beef. And over here, I have my secret ingredient. This is breakfast sausage. Now, I know that sounds strange, and I wouldn't use the kind that maybe had maple syrup in it or anything. But when we were growing up, my mom ran out of the right kind of sausage once, and she had breakfast sausage, and she cut it up and she put it into her sauce. And when that soaked up all the goodness of the sauce, that was the best tasting mild sausage. And so now we always do it. We always throw in some breakfast sausage as well. So I've got 3 links of the kind of that long and kind of fat Italian sausage. Just happens to be mild. And a half a pound of the ground beef. And I've got about 4 links of the breakfast sausage. So I'm starting a pan over here. Make sure you get the right burner on. Medium high to start, and as soon as that's warm, I'm going to be putting that meat in it. Just to be safe, I'm going to put a little olive oil in the pan. Now it's going to be a casserole type dish, and I thought I'd have fun today, and I'd use the farfalle, which is the bow ties, because we find they're fun. We like those. I've got some tomato paste. I've got some crushed tomatoes. I've got some store-bought sauce. My homemade's all gone. And I've got salt and pepper and Italian seasoning and basil and some hot pepper flakes, several kinds of cheeses, breadcrumbs, and I've got peppers and onions that are going in. So the first thing I'm going to do is make myself some room and cut up some peppers. So these have been washed, and I'm just getting diced peppers here. I like making it colorful and pretty, so I'm using all different peppers. And we'll be sauteing these just now. I probably won't use all these. I'll save these so I can chop them up, get that beautiful uniform dice with this chopper. And I forgot to get an onion. There's always something I forget, so let me go get an onion. Talk among yourselves. Have a good old time. I'm back here in my pantry, puttering around for an onion. Okay. There's my onion. Should have had my garbage bowl here, but I didn't. Alrighty. Give this onion a quick chop. And I'll get rid of my scraps here. And I'll be right back to start browning up that meat. So did you all have a nice Thanksgiving? Do you have some signature dishes that you make for your family that you can't do without every Thanksgiving? Maybe what are your favorite Thanksgiving dishes? And do you make them different than some other people might? All right, in goes the meat. Now this could cook right in the sauce, but then all that extra grease would be in the sauce, and I kind of want to strain that out just because I don't need it and all the calories that come with it. Likewise, the vegetables could all cook in the sauce because it's going to cook a little while. But I think there's more flavor if you saute them first and bring out the caramelization in them before you add them. So I'm going to also saute them. My family seems to be very partial to my dressing on Thanksgiving, my sage dressing. I don't put it in the bird anymore, and I don't make cornbread dressing like they do down south. I make the bread sage dressing with my favorite seasoning, which is this Bell's poultry seasoning. My mother used that. We always used it. Martha Stewart uses it. I saw her one day cook, I think it was turkey and dressing, and lo and behold, she pulled out the Bell's seasoning and said it was her favorite. So I said, okay. Martha agrees with me. All right, we'll let that cook down just a little bit. Now I had this water at a boil, and I'm going to bring it back up again and put the pasta in. All right, while that's browning, help if I put the right burner on. While that's browning, I'll check your comments, see if you got any special Thanksgiving things you want to share. Alrighty, God's Third Acre, hello, welcome. Empty Nesters also from Ohio. Let's see. What make is, she's asking about my chopper. I don't know what she's asking, but my chopper, I got it from Aldi. It's a Crofton. It's my third one. I broke the other two. The other two were not Crofton though. I just use it so much. Yeah, the chopper's great. Yeah. When Aldi has them, they're good prices too. All right. Fran Whitney, hello. Yeah, I had the Vidalia onion chopper once before. I broke it. I got kind of careless with it. Like, I probably put carrots in it that were honking big and I didn't cut them up enough. I just kept wailing at it and it cracked. Homemade noodles for Thanksgiving always. That sounds good. Sounds like you're down south or Pennsylvania Dutch. I don't know. But God's Third Acre, I think she said Ohio. Sweet potato casserole. I make the regular sweet potatoes. Sometimes I just do what my mom did and get the canned kind. I know, should I admit that? But I do my own brown sugar caramelization, what do you call it? Syrup with it. I rendered for the fat from the turkey and cooked the Brussels sprouts in it. It was yummy. Sounds great. God's Third Acres, Indiana. Okay, good. Thank you. Hello, Laura, honey. Thrifty VG, welcome. This year she was not around family, so I went to the restaurant Denny's. They don't need a reservation. Oh, that makes me a little sad, but I hope you had a good Thanksgiving dinner, Thrifty VG. We go to Denny's for breakfast a lot. I love watching your live stream and YouTube videos. I live in South Africa. Well, welcome, Bev. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for telling me that. It so encourages me. Okay, the water is not quite boiling yet. I turned it off because it had been boiling for like 20 minutes while I was getting ready, and I was afraid it was going to boil away. And now I got to wait on it again. I guess I can stir my meat. All right, this is looking like it's ready for my veggies to go in. Almost all the pink is gone. So let me see how many of these veggies I want to put in. I'm only cooking a pound of the pasta. I'm not going to make a huge casserole. In fact, I think the dish I got is too big. I might have to get another casserole dish out. So all these colors. I love having colorful food. Look at that. All the orange and yellow and green and white mixed in with all the peppers and onions. Okay, that should flavor it up nicely. And we'll just get these caramelized a little bit. I don't want them brown. I just want the sweetness released. And then I'm going to have to get another pan to add the sauces to it. You know, meat is leaner than it used to be, a lot of it, and I'm not getting a whole lot of grease from this sausage. And of course, turkey, ground turkey doesn't give you much. So I may just let this go as it is. I might just scoop it out with a slotted spoon and let the grease drain that way, because there's not that much. Okay, you find another pot. Transfer this. I probably should have just started it in this big pot. Alright, there it goes. Now I'm going to add the sauce ingredients and see if I have enough or if I want to get some more in there. Here's my crushed tomatoes. My jar of prepared sauce. It's just traditional. It's nothing extra in it. I'll put in a little can of tomato paste. I may add a little water to this too. I'll just watch it for consistency. Yeah, there wasn't that much grease in the meat. Not going to worry about it. Right now, we know this is going to cook down, so I am going to add a little bit of water to it. Now, I always taste as I cook, and then this gets warmed up. I never go by just a recipe, because you never know. The ingredients may be a little different if you buy a different brand, or how old or new the spices are. So you want to taste as you go and season the taste. But to start with, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, shakes of black pepper. Don't you love the way I measure? All right, this is Italian seasoning, and I'm going to cover the top. I would say I'm going to put a tablespoon in. Oh, and I love sweet basil, so I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sweet basil. And for a little kick, I'm going to add some hot pepper flakes. Not many, 2.5 shakes. That's probably about 10 or 12 pepper flakes in there. All right, so I'm going to stir this up. And then let it heat up. Let's see if I can get a lid. And I'll put this on, oops, where have I got it on? All right, medium. All right, the water's boiling. So I'm going to add the bow ties to the water. Give that a little stir. This is salted water. And we'll let that boil away. Okay, while that's going, I'll show you what I've made the last couple of days with my crochet. Gotta wash my hands first. Yeah, if you notice this, I bet you can guess what that is. Yep, the oven. Putting food in and out of the oven on Thanksgiving. I always end up hitting the rack and burning myself. Okay, let me check your comments. Okay. Thrifty had a great Thanksgiving dinner. Great. I'm so glad you did. We went to Denny's on Veterans Day. I think if you watched my Veterans Day video, you would have heard me say that. But that was a really nice day too, because there's a whole lot of vets in there getting their free meals, and all the vets had a good time talking to each other. Yeah, frugal homemaker is very low on the salt. My husband wouldn't like that. He'd be, of course, I could let him just put it on. Sorry. Yeah, ouch. Tea tree oil takes the burn feeling away. Good tip. Thank you. All right. I'm going to take you into the dining room and show you a couple of little things I've been working on. Haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been resting up from Thanksgiving. But I did make 3 hats. 3 of these caps. These are cloche-inspired caps. This is my pattern. And it just has a little brim and a flower. And this one, these 2 are in fall colors. One with a mustard-colored flower, and this one has the multicolor like the cap. So those 2 little caps. And then I did a purple one. I just did this one yesterday. So there's my little caps. That's what I've been working on. And my husband, if you watch, you know they do puzzles. Well, of course, I got to bring you over and let you see the most recent. Okay. There's the most recent 1,000-piece puzzle they're working on. Another Christmas one. There's the box over there. So it's coming along pretty. They did this one last year, too. If you've been with me that long, you probably recognize it. They're bringing out the Christmas ones from last year, redoing them. Some of our favorites. So Oh, they cheated. Those aren't together. They just put the light, they just got them jumbled up in there, all those different pieces. Kind of in the place where they go, but they're not connected. Okay. I got two deer looking at a big plate glass window in at Christmas. So that's the puzzle they're working on now. You like the flowers on the caps. Thank you. Thank you, Bev. Glad you like them. Trying to keep... Oh, Katie's sick again. Sorry to hear that. Alrighty, I'm going to go back out in the kitchen and give my macaroni a stir. 50 VG made hats for Christmas too. Yay. Alrighty, back out to the kitchen. I think I'm building up my strength carrying you people around all the time. Alright, sounds like the sauces are going. So I will stir it. Let me give it a little taste test. Okay, tastes good. Tastes like I need another taste test. It tastes plenty strong. Of course, we got to realize the pasta, some of the pasta will absorb it all. I think it tastes good. I probably could add more water to it. Oops, you didn't see that. I probably could add more water to it to thin it out a little more so it would go further. You know what? I'm going to do that because it really is quite thick and strong tasting, but delicious. So I think another little, what is this ounce? 6-ounce can. So that was 12 ounces of water I put in. Yeah, that's good. Now I can tell they're not done yet. The bow ties take quite a while because they're really thick. Okay. What size saucepans are you using? I'm using oversized. I think they're 8 quarts. So that's probably about 6 quarts of sauce in there. I'm trying to add up what I put in, but they're pretty big. You got to remember, Jack Mack, hello, it's been a long time since I've seen you in here. That's my nephew. It's been a long time. Oh, wait a minute. I made it, Susie. Thumbs up. Hello, Bliss Bliss. Bliss Bliss always is encouraging everybody to thumbs up my videos. That's the first thing she does when she gets in here. That's very nice. Grandma, is Katie your daughter? Grandma's so happy you must be talking to her because Katie is her daughter. Yeah. Grandma's so happy. Nancy says purple sold mine. Okay, Nancy, if you're serious, I'll send you a note telling you how to make payment to my PayPal. And the hats are, if you buy them on my live or my Facebook page, they are $24 shipped. If you wait till they go up on my Etsy store, then they're $26 shipped. Yeah, people are getting sick. I have a daughter downstairs who says she's feeling nauseous today, so I'm hoping it's not the start of a bug. Grandma's so happy. She says she eats very simple and she likes to watch others cook. Okay. Katie's been sick like that all weekend. I guess that bug hangs on for a while because I've been reading other YouTubers and their families who get it, and it's not a pleasant one, that's for sure. All right, let me try a noodle. See if they're cooked yet. Oh, Jack says school started up again and he's been in school all day. Well, I guess you're forgiven for that, Jack. Oh. Okay, it's a moderate al dente, and they're going to be put in the oven with the sauce, so I think that's good enough. Off and on almost 2 weeks. Oh, that's terrible. I did hear people say, oh, I think I'm getting better, and then, oh, they couldn't eat again, and oh, golly. That is such an unpleasant bug to hear about. All right, I'm going to get the drainer. To drain my pasta. And get it over here to my sink. Let's see if I can drain this without spilling it on myself. And manage a camera and a microphone. These handles are cool, so that should be all right. I'll turn off that burner. Oops. You're looking at my bare feet again. It never fails. Every live stream, my camera gets away from me. I'm sorry. One of these days, I'm going to tighten it up, and you won't get a peek at my bare feet during the middle of my live stream. All right, now let's combine them. What am I going to put them in? Maybe I will use this one. I was going to use this dish right here. Darken up when it's white inside it. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it all in here. So what should I do? If I want to save some of the pasta sauce, I don't want to combine the pasta into the pan of sauce. So I think I'll just put the pasta in here. Probably should have buttered it first. And then I'll start ladling in the pasta sauce until I think it looks about right. And then I'll add the cheese. You know, this is just cooking as I go. You guys do it your way. In the end, all comes out pretty much the same, right? Whether you mix it together, or mix it in the pot, or mix it in the serving dish. I want to be a little relaxed about this. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I know the pasta is going to soak up more sauce, so I want it a little looser. Okay, now I'm going to save the rest of this to make a pizza with later. And I'll also have these to make pizza with later. Let me start putting some cheeses in. I'm using little bits and pieces of leftover cheese we had. And I'm just going to put them in and then stir them up. If they're slices, well, that one's past its prime. I won't be using that one. Okay, let's try this one. This is mozzarella. I'll put some of that in. And we like American too. What have I got? Several sizes. I might just lay that on top. So let me stir these in. A little bit of cheese here and there. My husband will love this. He loves Italian type food. Yeah. All right. And I will put a few slices of American on top. Like I said, this is no ways near traditional Italian food. This is just me using what I got and cooking up something my family will love. So 2 slices of American cheese that will melt in. Putting the oven on 350. Okay, and then let me put this back. Wrong way. I'm going to put a shake of this Parmesan on it. And a little bit of breadcrumbs on top. Okay. So there's my casserole. I'll be baking this for probably 40 minutes or so, maybe less, just until it's bubbly and the cheese is melted and I know that it finished cooking the pasta through. So there's my quick and easy throw it together meal for today after Thanksgiving when you're sick of turkey. Frugal homesteader is going to go lay down. Okay, any questions before I go? As far as my channel or what's going on in our lives? My kids would love that. Yum. Yeah. So will my husband. Utter chaos. Gotta help hubby at Retina Eye Doc. Thanks for coming here, Angie. I have learned to really love goat cheese. I'm going to have to try that again. I tried it once, and I don't think it was good goat cheese because it tasted very barnyardy. So I know some is good and some isn't. I didn't get any snow. We might get some tonight. Now, my sister Jody up in New York, I think she got over a foot, maybe closer to 2 feet of snow up there where she is. I'm in Maryland. They said we might get some tonight, but it doesn't mean a lot. It might just be a little. Okay, I guess that's all for now. I'm not going to stay on long. Every Monday around 1 o'clock, I do my live stream. And sometimes I'm crafting, and sometimes I'm cooking. Sometimes I'm chatting. I do all kinds of different things here. And I hope you'd come back and join me again. Now, if you're watching this on the replay, here, 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 and here, you're going to see more videos pop up. Go ahead and watch those and get to know me on my channel. Thank you all for coming by. God bless you all. Have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas.